The audition begins long before you walk in the door. What am I talking about? You want to hear this. Let's jump in. As a child, I realized I had a gift. I see people without their doubts or fears as the fully expanded future versions of themselves. Our future selves whisper messages. I hear them, and you can too. Welcome to the Creative Whisperer. You can't walk into an audition room with someone who doesn't know you and expect them to know you. They don't know what a wonderful actor you are. They don't know how disciplined you are. They don't know what a joy you are to work with. They don't know how lucky they would be to have you, but they're watching you. They're watching you and they're hoping that you're all those things, but it takes some time to establish. You know, back in the day when I first moved to New York, I learned something very quickly. I did a lot of office work, a lot of temp work. I learned that if I was a rock star the first couple days, if I came in early, stayed late, you know, really focused, people left me alone. You know, because people watch you, they're assessing, they're making assessments about you, and any little thing can skew their assessment. I show up late. Well, then I've got some momentum going in a story or a script they have about me early on. But if I knock it out of the park, if I'm that rock star, then I have a much easier ride the rest of my time in that temp job. Doesn't mean I don't still apply myself. I don't still come in on time, but it means I don't have someone looking over my shoulder. It's progressive. It's a process, and it's a trust that's built. It starts long before the audition room. It starts in those very first interactions. How fast do you get back to the person when they invite you to audition? Do you ask a question that shows you've researched them and are truly interested in the project? And remember, don't fake anything. Find the fun, find the interest in any project you do, and then message them. Don't message them and then try to find the fun or find something you like about the project. It comes through every time. So spend that extra few seconds to really line up authentically with what you find fun. So there's a trust established. Did you show up to the audition early? Did you show up present? During the audition, were you texting? Were you on your phone? Were you booking your next gig? All these things are noticed and overheard. Even if the person auditioning you isn't in the room, the doors are thin. The other auditioners sometimes know the director. The audition coordinator is listening. I had someone that I really loved for a part that I was auditioning for. It was a big audition. We called lots of people in, really liked them. And even when they came into the audition, they were great. Seemed easy to work with, seemed fun. But the person who was the audition coordinator was also a good friend of mine. And so she said, I looped her into the conversations about the different people as we were deciding. And this project involved some improvisation. It was heavily involved in improvisation. And so I said, well, I really like him. And the casting coordinator, who also was a friend, said, you know, Israel, I think you should know that this person outside in the hallway said they hate improvisation. They hate everything about it. They didn't even know why they were here. And I thought, oh, okay, next. That was all I needed to hear. I've also held big group auditions. I'll remember one time, I do a lot of big group auditions. And you know, I stay after to make sure everything's secure and I lock up. And inevitably, our group auditions are very bonding. And so people hang out on the street and other places. Well, I had my long coat on. It was cold out. I probably had a hat on. I was all hunkered down. And I walk right by a group that just auditioned for me. And they were talking about the audition right outside on the street. And I overheard everything they said. Now, luckily, they were saying great things, but they could have also not been saying great things. I've heard people discussing, I've sat with people on the subway and ridden home with them, and they didn't realize it. I was a few seats over and heard them talking about the audition to someone on the phone. You just don't know. Don't discuss your interview or your audition, good or bad or indifferent, until you are in the privacy of your own home. Just make that a practice, a discipline. Don't do it. And if other people try to rope you into that, get out of it as fast as possible because it's guilt by association. It's guilt by association if someone overhears or runs into you. For more information about our online and in-person workshops, or if you'd like to have me come to speak to your group, contact me at the link below. See you soon.